Hello, hello world. What is going on today? Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Hello, hello. Am I broadcasting? I think we're live. Yes, we are. So, how is... Ooh, look at that. Let me fix the lighting in here. Because we all know that the lighting is the most important. Charlotte, hey, Jackie, Charlotte, how are you guys doing? Nicholas, what's going on, bro? Oh, man, dude, so glad that you made it. So, Nick, let me go ahead and tell you right off the bat that let's get lunch on Friday at You Good with Ranchero. Unless you want to go somewhere else, I'm cool with wherever. But let's pin it down, bro. Let's go with, I don't know, you good for around 12 o'clock? I know I'm putting you on the spot here on the live stream, but, you know. Okay, good. Let's do it, man. I figure we got to put a time down because you and me are both busy motherfuckers, so if we don't, we'll fucking figure out some other shit and we'll just forget about it. So let's nail that down and just kind of chill, and we can do whatever, man. Hey, we're adults, dude. We can do whatever the fuck we want, man. Fuck. Isn't that funny? Isn't it so weird being an adult sometimes? I know for you it's different. See, you got a kid, so you have more responsibilities. But, you know, I don't have, like, really a lot of responsibilities except for myself. And it feels weird that I can, I don't know, it doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? Like, I have a problem in that I tend to always think something is wrong. You know, like, we've talked about this before, like anxiety, but like I'm always, it's different. It's like, oh, look at that, dude. Fuck, man. Fucking dude. Fuck my forearms, dude. I have this existential anxiety that, like, something is always going to go wrong. You know what I mean? And so I guess, like, in a way I can do whatever I want. But, like, in the back of my head, I'm like, no, you can't, dude, because something's going to go wrong. You're going to get fucked. So I can't do that. Man. So I titled the name of this... Oh, so by the way, how's your day, man? We got to start off So first off, anyone who visits, I'm savage, right? I'm a savage beast. Everyone should know that. By my stature, I'm quite obviously a large fellow. I'm very, very big. My shoulders... Good, man. I'm glad your day's going great. Man, did you get some good sleep? Are you sleeping better? You sleeping good? I'll tell you what. I'm sleeping good now. It's so fucked up, dude. I'm such a retard. I swear to God, I'm stupid. I finally fixed my headache problem, I think. I was getting headaches for like about 3 weeks straight when I was trying to go to sleep. That's done. But now I'm only sleeping like 4.5 hours a night. That ain't gonna cut it, dude. Now, part of it's because I'm doing this live stream every day. Part of it's because I'm doing a lot of... I'm just doing a lot of media stuff, right? So I'm doing this every day, and it could go from 30 minutes to an hour, right? So if it's just you and me, Nick, and a couple people come in and out, then I'll probably peace out after like 30 minutes or so, because I'm tired, and I'm a bitch boy like that. But, you know, beyond that, hey, what's up, Unexpected? I like that name. How are you doing? Does your room have a lot of light? No. Does it look like it has a lot of light, or does it look like it doesn't have a lot of light? I'm trying to figure out the lighting situation. So, since I've do my video cast at a different time of the day now. Oh, okay. When I sleep, it's got more light than I would like. When I sleep, there's more light than I would like to have. That's for sure. And right now, here's the deal. I'm sleeping 4.5 hours. It's not because I'm not waking up in the middle of the night. I actually feel like I'm getting good sleep when I sleep, but I'm just going to sleep fucking late. That's the problem. So, I wake up at midnight because I'm fucking out of my mind. And when I go to sleep at 7:30 at night, then that gives me 4.5 hours to fucking sleep. And then I get up and do my shit all over again. So, how's my hair, dude? My hair's looking alright. So, yeah, good hair day today. Good hair day today, I would say. So, yeah, Nick, I was just talking about how... hold on a second. Let me see if I can... No. Hey, so Chandler Nunez. You know Chandler? I sent him a link to my live stream and he thinks it's spam. He thinks it's a hoax. But it's not a hoax. But I don't want to click it because I don't want to exit out of the broadcast. So I can't do that. I'll tell you what, dude. Yeah, I know, dude. It's so funny, man. Life is such a shit show, ain't it? My life is such a shit show. It's not bad. It's just, what's happening? What's going on? You know, there's that song, what's that song? Is it called Water Under the Bridge or something? Where it's like, letting the days go by, water rolling under. You know that song? Where he's like, you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. And you may find yourself... And he's like, this is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife. You know that fucking song, Nick? Letting the days go by, water rolling under. Or flowing under. I don't know lyrics. That's how it feels sometimes. You know? I'm like, how did I get here, dude? I don't know who sings it. Let me see. Let's see. And you may ask, and you may, let's see, and you may find yourself. There we go. Dude, I just Googled, and you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, auto-populated on Google. It's by the Talking Heads. Talking Heads, Once in a Lifetime. You know what? Let's play it. I'm not making money on YouTube, so...
Well, it finally happens after somebody burned down my she shed.
Nobody burned down the she shed, Cheryl.
Ready?
Well, my she shed's on...
Here we go. Yeah, everyone knows this song.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. And you may find yourself in another part of the world. And you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile. And you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife. And you may ask yourself,
how did I get here?
how did I get here? Letting the days go by.
Oh my god! The video is more ridiculous than the song. You must watch this after this live stream. Anyone who's watching this live stream, or who watches eventually, all 20 of you, that's about the average views I get. You must watch this video. Talking Heads, once in a lifetime. You're missing out if you don't. So yeah, man, that's how I feel sometimes, right? I'm like, what the shit am I doing? You know, what is happening? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Who knows? But that's the question. Who does know what the fuck's going on, right? I don't trust people who know what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a really great quote by Nassim Taleb, of course. And I wish I could remember it. Maybe I'll Google it because I have the internet. And he talks about You should feel lost intellectually like once a day. And I'm like, I can get behind that. Nassim Taleb, you should feel lost once a day. Something to that extent. Like, you should kind of like question what the fuck is going on once a day. Oh, Jesus. Let's see here. Look. What is the best way? I gotta search for this. Lost. Okay. Here's what it says. It says, we need to feel a little bit lost somewhere, physically or intellectually, at least once a day. So these are philosophical and practical aphorisms. This isn't an absolute thing, right? So anyone who watches this, you'll be like, no, you fucking idiot. I didn't feel lost today and I'm fine. Good for you. We need to feel a little bit lost somewhere, physically or intellectually, at least once a day. Man, doesn't that make you feel good? He's got enough money, he can say whatever he wants. So he's got what you call fuck you money. And it's nice somebody as intelligent as him and as wealthy as him is like, yeah, dude, at least once a day you should go like, what's happening? But not in the sense of dementia. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that kind of lost. Like, are you my relative? So, fuck that shit. But yeah, man, that's sometimes like, I don't know. I think it's okay. I've come to terms. That's one thing. I've come to terms with I don't want to say fully come to terms, right? Because who knows how I'll feel like tomorrow. But for now, I've come to terms with my situation. And, you know, I think everybody just has to do that. So, Nick, you're reading you're listening to Audible, Fooled by Randomness. What do you think about it? Dude, look at that. Full thing going on here, dude. Yeah. Fuck, dude. I'm digging this. It almost looks like I grew more hair. You should have seen my hair 2 years ago, dude. It was getting raggedy as shit. Nice, chapter 3. Cool. So are you listening to it, reading it, or both? I find myself doing both nowadays with some stuff. Like, I'll buy something on Audible, and then I'll buy the book physically so I can, you know, if I want to reference something, I can, but don't always do that. Most of the time, I don't crack open my physical books. Because I'm lazy. Yes, dude. I'll tell you what, man. Yeah. It's the thing about what he talks about. I don't know how you feel about it. But, like, if I go back and listen to it, I still don't really understand the entirety of the book. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've listened on audio to the book twice in the last year. I've read the full thing already once, and there's still, like, I still don't fully get it. And I get a lot of it. There's a lot of things that I am getting, but there's just some things that I just don't fully understand, because it's probability, and it's just such a weird thing. But I'm glad that you are getting some stuff out of it. I think it's a good introduction to him, because it kind of sets a bit of a stage for what he views. This is a little bit of my opinion, a little bit of what he says himself about the book. It's supposed to like set you up for what he views as some of the biggest problems that we face in like finance and stuff like that, and just in business, in human interconnected systems, which is uncertainty, and that we are all under a lot of us are under the false impression that things are more predictable than we think. And he really sets up in the book all these examples of being fooled by randomness, being fooled by events that people thought were predictable, but turned out to be not predictable. And so his whole philosophy in finance and business is really based on that. to my understanding. And he made all of his money, or a lot of his money, in options trading. And he figured out his strategy for options was what he writes in his books. And so he physically acted that out in the world. Then he wrote books on it, talking about how not only did he discover that himself in his trading, but it's like riddled throughout history, and he talks a lot about that. And so it's just really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. So obviously I'm getting a boner right now, so whenever I talk about Nassim Taleb, my audio podcast has basically become a explainer for Nassim Taleb. I say that. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the laughs. Yeah. So I noticed. I feel like such a bitch saying this, but whenever I talk about Nassim Taleb on my audio podcast, I get like a lot of listens. You know, my most listened to. Here's the thing about this is so weird. I'll tell you a little bit about this. Story time. So I've been doing my audio podcast on and off since 2017, but it's gone through about 3 iterations. I have gone back and deleted it twice. So in 2017, I started podcasting on Anchor, which is the same one I podcast on now. But I realized that I felt like it was too personal, and I wasn't ready for that. Like right now, I don't know what I'm doing, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just talking shit about my life, and I don't know if it's gonna fuck me up later on or not. We'll see. But back then, I was too afraid to do that, so I put out a bunch of shit on Anchor, and then I was like, nah, this is too personal. I deleted it. Then or maybe I didn't delete it, but I stopped doing it. Then I had another iteration where I got real political, but I realized I was just regurgitating other people's ideas. And I was like, nah, this isn't fun. Not only is it not fun, but I really don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have all of my stances on a lot of issues are rooted in very minimal data. Mostly it's driven by most of my opinions on, like, if it's not foreign policy related, because I love foreign policy stuff, but a lot of my opinions are based off of the moral or ethical framework first, right? So I'm more concerned with the boundaries of like individual liberty and like individual freedom and the ethics and the morals around those decisions. That's where I start from. Then I'm concerned about the data of the policy. But it's like the data itself, like if somebody says, oh, if we do this policy, it'll save this much money, it'll help this many people. I'm not really so concerned about that. I am, but for me that's secondary. Because the first point should be, what are you going to do? Like there's like an infinite number of things that you can decide to do. So how do you decide what you're going to do? And that's, in my opinion, that's the moral framework. Like, you know, well, whatever we're going to do, it's going to be, for me, I like to have a minimum impact on individuals and as least constraint as possible so people can control their own lives. So after going off on that fucking diatribe, what was I getting at? I don't even fucking remember. I feel like Joe Rogan. Jamie, pull that up. Jamie, what were we talking about, Jamie? Except for they're always stoned. They're always high, right? Yeah, I thought about nothing. I didn't think about anything. So, I forgot what I was getting at, man. Nick, can you remind me? What was I talking about? I was talking about... the iterations of the podcast. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that. You have to grow as an artist. Hey, I appreciate that. So, I don't consider myself an artist, but, yeah. So, I started getting political, and then I realized that my framework for I was also just in a weird place. I was more pissed off and angry. I wasn't coming from a place of wanting to create fun content. Like right now, I'm having fun. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing so much. I've hit a point where also my life has changed. So it's like now I can do it. And now I'm just doing it for fun. And I want to create fun, interesting, entertaining, somewhat informational. There's hardly any actionable things in here. But, it's whatever. So I deleted all the political posts, because I was like, this is bullshit. I don't know what I'm talking about. So and they didn't come from the right place. That's the best way to describe it. It didn't come from the right place. So I deleted them. Then last year, around October, September, I started up again. Now, you might wonder why I'm telling you this story. It all comes back around. You'll see. So I start talking about personal stuff again, but at a different angle, more like health, well-being. At the time, I was I was working so much, and I was training for some big tournaments, and I was not getting any sleep. So one thing I've learned about myself is that when I don't get a lot of sleep, when I have a small amount of sleep, I get anxious. So my anxiety levels were really high, and there's more reasons for that. It was low sleep, high stress, multiple business commitments, and tight finances, right? All of those things, you're fucking gonna be anxious. So I was anxious as shit. So I was experimenting with all these different ways to like not be anxious, right? That's why I started taking cold showers. That's why I started, taking some different supplements that were supposed to help with that, and just making life changes. And that's when I started this most recent iteration, and that's where we are today. So if you listen to my audio podcast now, that has come from the most recent iteration, which has been more self-help, development, business, wisdom. That's kind of what it's based around, is more or less like self-improvement from a point of like, entrepreneurship, or if it's not entrepreneurship, it's about wisdom that you can use in your everyday life. And it's things that I'm just fucking interested in. Now, what happened while I started this most recent iteration was, for a while I was getting about 20, I started getting regularly about 20 plays per episode. And I was like, oh, this is cool. This is cool shit. Like, someone's listening to this shit. And, that's not a lot. But it's like more than zero, So I'm just cool with that. And then at some point, dude, it just took off like a motherfucker. And it actually scared the shit out of me. So I actually kind of backed off a little bit, because I was like, what am I getting myself into here? There was a period of time, dude, where all of a sudden my episodes started getting like 50, 60, 70, 80 fucking listens per episode. And I was like, what's going on? And I started to freak out a little bit. Because I didn't know why that was happening. And I was worried that I said something bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh shit, dude. You said something and somebody's going to find it now. Because now there's not just 20 people listening to it. Now your listening count is going up really fast. So I just kept going, but I kind of slowed it down a little bit, because I needed to take a step back. I was like, what's happening here? Why are these? And I still don't know what happened to this day with that. But my most listened to podcast is about Nassim Taleb and the concept of IQ. So I've talked about IQ before, I think, here. And I've talked about IQ several times on my audio podcast, because I'm still learning. I don't fully understand the problems with IQ mathematically and probabilistically, statistically, I should say. But I'm trying and I'm learning. And so as I learn more shit, then I talk about it more. But the most listened to podcast is that podcast, and it has like almost 200 plays, which I get it. That's not a lot. But it's a lot for somebody that's for fucking me. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot for somebody who's got autism. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have autism. Anybody out there who wants to get offended, I do not have autism, and I was making a fucking joke. So, actually, my most listened to podcasts of all time in history are almost all of them have Nassim Taleb in the title. And so now I'm kind of kowtowing. Thank you. I appreciate that. But see, here's the thing though, dude. I don't know why that count went up. Because it fell off. It fell off the wagon. So my listener count, my listener count was really high. Hey, what's going on, Mermaid Barbie? How are you doing? The count was really high, and then all of a sudden it dropped off. So yeah, my most 175 plays. Nassim Taleb destroys the concept of IQ. That's number 1. Guess what number 2 is? My rant about skin in the game. Nassim. If I can fucking talk. Nassim Taleb's most recent book is called Skin in the Game. So I heard some interviews of his and talked about the concept of skin in the game, and that's 151 plays. So that's number 2 on the list, right? Number 3 on the list is what is that one? It's about Jordan Peterson, and it might be about Nassim Taleb as well, because Taleb does not like Peterson. And then the one after that is 118, How and Why I Use the Wim Hof Breathing Method. So basically, but here's the thing, dude. A lot of my most popular, and there's several that are in the 100 range, that are almost all related to Nassim Taleb or his writings. And so that clued me in. Also, My podcast started taking off briefly, and it freaked me out. Then it tanked. It went from I got several thousand listens, and then it just went right in the fucking shitter. And I don't know why. I suspect it was related to an algorithm on maybe one of the platforms like Apple or something. I think that it probably was ranked. It trended. And then I think it didn't trend anymore. So that's where I think those views came from. But here's the thing. I still learned something from the data, which was, obviously, Taleb was popular. I didn't realize that at the time until recently, though. Because I just kept trucking. About a couple months ago, I said, I need to pick this back up again. Because I started going through another lull. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to podcast about. So I started talking about Naval and Taleb again. And then I started noticing another trend. I started also talking about China a lot. And I started noticing another trend. Every time Nassim Taleb is in the title, people fucking listen. And I'm talking not a lot. It used to be a lot. Now it's the most right now of recent memory is 20. But it takes a while to get there. So it'll start at 3, 5, 8, 10, 20. And then it kind of just levels out there. But there seems to be a demand for understanding what the fuck that guy has to say. And it's so interesting. I just didn't, but if you follow him on Twitter, I follow him on Twitter, and I think I understand why there's such a demand. Because, dude, every time he posts something on Twitter, there's 100 people in the comments going, can somebody explain what the fuck he's talking about? Because on Twitter, I'll tell you why. On Twitter, he's very math heavily focused. And not necessarily math, it's probability focused. So a lot of times he's posting theorems and statistical equations and mathematical equations, and people like me show up and we're just what the fuck is this? I don't know what's happening. So, and we all want to know. So I feel that's possibly one reason why, is because people, I think they read his stuff and intuit. The thing about Taleb's stuff is that you get it and don't get it at the same time, if that makes sense. When I read his stuff, it's it makes so much intuitive sense sometimes, and then at the same time I'm but I'm missing it. I'm getting it and I'm missing it. Hey, what's going on, Grim? Good to see you back. Good to see you back, Grim204. Man, I'm just ranting and raving like a fucking lunatic over here about Nassim Taleb and my viewer count on my audio podcast. So if you don't know, Grim, hey, I've got a audio podcast on Anchor. Yes, thank you. And I was just talking about how my most popular episodes are talking about this guy named Nassim Taleb, who's fucking awesome as shit. But anyway, man, so I don't know. I think that's all I have to say about that. So what else is going on in the world today? Oh, dude, I'll tell you what happened to me. I went to Costco, and they gave me $50 because they owed me $50 because cash back, motherfuckers. So I used to work at Costco when I was a lad. I know I still look like a lad. Oh, I'm a lad, right? I got a dick and balls, so I'm still a lad. And I don't plan on transitioning anytime soon, right? I know that gender is now fluid, and I could decide to do that if I wanted, though I don't want to do that now. But you never know. Maybe when I get older, I'll get tired of this. I'll get tired of the stuff swinging around, and I'll want to do something about it. What's going on, Jenay3988? How are you doing today? Good to see you. Good to see you in here. How long were you at Costco? I worked at Costco for a couple summers. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the claps. I appreciate the love. I worked there for like a couple years. I want to say 2 years, about 2.5 years during summer, winter break. Man, it's a good company. Good company to work for. They pay you well, man. Oh, cool. Yeah, I couldn't tell what those were. I thought they were claps. So I was like, okay, I'll take some claps. I'll take some accolades, bro. Whether or not I deserve them, I'll take them. So, thank you. Yeah, it's a good company to work for. And I'll tell you what, man, they keep raising their entry-level rate. Like when I first started, they keep raising the rate of like, how high you can go. When I first started, you maxed out. I think people maxed out at like 18 or $20 an hour. Now, somebody at the register can make like $23 an hour. Yes, it is hard. It's very hard. Have you given it a try, Jenny? Yeah, it is difficult to get on to Costco. You have to fucking really try. They get thousands of apps. Yes, they do. They get thousands of apps. And here's the other thing. The people that work at Costco do not want to leave because it's such a sweet gig. Like, oh, wow. Cool. Yeah, okay, so you've been a cashier. I assume not at Costco, but you've been trying to apply to Costco. Yeah, and by the way, best of luck to you. What state do you live in? I'm over here in the great state of Texas. I like to say it's the best state around here, boy, I'll tell you what. They aren't. Oh, they're not fucking with you. Why? You sound very sure about this. Is there something wrong with you? Oh, okay, you're in Cali. Cool. Yeah, you know what's interesting? Lots of people from Cali, well, first off, you already probably know lots of people from Cali moved to Texas, but what I was getting at was lots of people from Cali Costco's come to Texas. When I was there, when I worked at Costco, one of my managers was from California, and I just went by there today, and same thing. Somebody, like 2 or 3 the big wigs over there are fucking from California. So, it just goes to show you, man. But, yeah, man, so they gave me $50. Now, when I called the hiring manager, she said we get thousands of apps, so French. Oh, yeah. How many times have you applied? Because I'll tell you what, you gotta smash that fucking shit, dude. Pardon my language, but you got to, twice, yeah. You know what? I just say keep going, man. Keep going. Keep going, bruh, until, oh, fuck. Keep going until, hold on. Oh, nothing. That's just my computer. Matt J, what's going on, bro? Nice to see you. Yeah, so I applied, I can't remember. I applied a couple times as well. My sister also worked at Costco. Oh, okay. You have to graduate in 2 years. What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you saying that you are graduating college in 2 years? And so you're going to be looking for a better job? Oh, man. Well, right now, well, we were talking about some interesting stuff before. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not interesting. But right now we're talking about Costco. I just went in there and they gave me my $50 cash back. So obviously I'm buying drugs. And no, just kidding. I'm not buying drugs. Do I look like I do drugs? And then somebody, Jenny was talking about how Jenny was talking about how she has applied to Costco, and I was talking about I worked there for a couple years. So yeah, so it's good, man. It's a good experience, and they're opening them up all over the place. Like I live around the Houston area, and they're like everywhere, dude. Every suburb of H-Town, they have them. So, I don't know. Yeah. So, what about you, man? Where are you from, Matt? What part of the country are you from? Are you from the U.S.? Sometimes we have somebody from Israel that joins in the conversation, so I never know where people are from. You know, there was a mass shooting scare in Costco. Oh no, that's not a good place to have a mass shoot. Okay, there's no good place to have a mass shooting, right? Except in the forest with nobody around. Okay, all right, Matt. Okay, I'll guess, but I need to have. Can you give me any piece of context? Okay, 5 questions. All right, I'll take a guess. Okay, so Jenny, you can join in here too. We're going to try to guess and figure out where Matt's from. And thank God there was no shooting at the Costco. That would have been fucking horrible, man. All these crazy mass shooters, dude. God. Okay, so you're from Texas. Italy. Damn. See, I can't click on anyone's profile, so I don't know. But I'm going to say, so first off I say, okay, no to both. Are you in the United States? How about that? Can I ask that question? Does that count against me? Are you in the United States? Because you might not be. And then yes, okay, you can ask that question. The answer is no. Fuck! Oh my God, there's a lot of countries in the world, man. Okay. So, and Jenny, thanks for asking about Italy. I wouldn't have asked otherwise. 3 more. Okay. So he's not from Russia. He's not from Italy. Are you from the UK? There's a few countries in there. So I think I got you if you're in there. No, fuck! Okay. Jenny, you want to go for it or you want me to ask another one? Australia! Good, I was going to ask that. Is it Australia? Are you from Australia, Mr. Matt? Mate! Nope. Are you from Canada? You could be Canadian. A? Yes? No? No! Fuck! Damn, dude, you got me with that. I thought I had you for a second. Okay, do we have one more, right? We have one more guess. Nick, do you want to guess where he's from? I don't know if Nick is able to respond. Okay, we have one more guess. You're going to give us a hint. Where are you from? Okay, I'm excited to see what this hint is. Part of Central Europe. Damn. Okay, bro. I see what games we're playing here. Okay, so Jenny? Okay. Oh, I see. Jenny's come back in. I have no clue. Okay, he said he's from Central Europe. So I'm just going to say Germany. Germany? That's Central Europe, right? I would say... Oh, is it Austria? Fuck, it's Austria. I know I've already used up my guesses. I've lost now. Poland. Oh, fuck. That's some good shit. Some good shit. Yeah, I would have kept on moving. I would have kept on moving in that direction. Oh, man. What time is it in Poland, man? Yeah, thanks, man. That was cool. That was some fun shit. What time is it over there? Is it like, it should be maybe, 11, okay, that's not too bad. 11:40 p.m. Damn, man, damn. Not too bad. You guys, yeah, still some time left. That's what I'm talking about. How was your day, man? Oh shit, mine was pretty good. Went for got a nice run in, man. Got to work out. Normally I work out the guns, but today I didn't work out the guns. Yeah, Matt, do you do Taekwondo? Me and Nick here, we grew up doing Taekwondo. Oh yeah, man, absolutely. And some of the best Taekwondo fighters are from Poland, or some of the really top level guys are from Poland. So you guys, or at least a lot of people from there that fight pretty fucking well. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, I understand, man. I understand. So, yeah, me and Nick, we, hey, what's going, John Mullaney? John Mullaney. Maybe we have a comedian in our midst. He used to play soccer. Nice. When you were young, looking at your picture here, you don't look that old. I mean, look at me. I go right up to the screen. I look like an old fucker, dude. Jesus. The bag's under my eyes. Oh, okay. Web designer. Nice, dude. Yeah, that's some good stuff. But I understand. Gotcha. Yeah. When you're in your teens, you played some soccer. No, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Yeah, I get the whole sitting on your buttocks all day. That's what I do too. I don't do web design, but I mostly teach English to people in China, mostly in China. So I sit around all day. Oh shit. I'll take a stab at it. Like I said, I can't get a good look at your face though. But Nick, you want to help me out here? I think Jenny left the live stream. But I will take a guess. Let's see. I'll go with 31. 31? Okay. So right now I'm guessing 31. Okay. Am I high or low? Because I feel like... Okay, got it. Cool. I want to go lower. But, like I said, I can't get a good look at your face here. 27. 27? That's the money. That's the money shot, right? That's the money! Okay. Let's see. You are 25? 25. Oh, fuck yes. Yay for me. Yay for me, dude. What can I say, man? My life is complete. No, that's cool, man. That's some good shit. I know, right? It's so funny. Like, I'm over here guessing, and I'm thinking, like, in my mind, mentally, I'm like, oh yeah, dude, you won some shit, right? Time for a prize. No prize for me, dude. No prize for me. Hey, I got a question, dude. How how are the marijuana laws in Poland? I know that seems like a random question, but I don't know. I just thought about that. Are you guys down with the green, or do people get in some trouble over there, man? Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I don't know if you know the situation here in America, but it is like all over the place. Some states it's legal, some states it's not legal. Oh yeah, yeah. And so I'm in Texas. Yeah, man. See, it's so crazy. It's like, people from other countries know so much more about America than we do. I don't know very much about Poland, but. Yeah, man, it's crazy over here, dude. We're nuts. We're nuts. I mean, you guys probably already know that. You guys probably watch the news and you're like, look at these crazy-ass motherfuckers out here. Like we're just walking around shooting people up. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, actually, it's funny. I should have asked you already. Obviously, you seem to be following along on this pretty well. So your English level must be pretty good. And why don't you come to America, man? What's stopping you? Work, family obligations? You're a young dude, man. Yeah, you're a young dude. You can do whatever you want. Unless you have a kid. Which hopefully you don't. Yeah, I don't have a kid either. Oh, damn, really? So, okay, see, dude, I get, yeah. So is it Poland's visa system, or is it the Poland and America relationship, right? So, man, I'll tell you what, dude. You just reminded me how fortunate, I forget how fortunate we Americans are. Like how we can just go to a lot of different places and not worry about it. You got to explain that to the retards that hate our country. Yeah, man, what do you have to do to get a visa? But, man, hopefully you can get that worked out. But you can travel anywhere in Europe, right? In Western Europe, is Poland part of is Poland part of the Eurozone? Or what do they call it? The Schengen... Gotcha. Yeah, man, if you got to pay a lot of money, I understand. That's and also it's like, yeah, at that point, if you're gonna spend all that money, it's like you might as well really take a trip. Like you don't just want to visit for like a day, because it's really hard to get a taste for places when you just visit for a short time. Because like all big cities are so similar. Yeah, that's solid. So, yeah, yeah, I could, I like to consider myself cultured, but, obviously I lack in some perspective, I lack in some information, but, yeah, man, I have been to, what's that? Yeah, you can definitely, what can you see? See that you would want to stay at a place for a while? Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just fucking out here, man. Just out here talking. Half the time when I do these, I'm like talking to my fucking self on the phone. Just broadcasting my insanity to the rest of the world. But we'll see. We'll see if it catches on. I'm hoping it catches on. Yeah. Yes. Do you do like any kind of streaming or anything, man? Any kind of online streaming? You got your shit going on? So my thing is, like, I don't know what my end game is for this, but if it doesn't work and I have all this shit out on the internet, I'm unemployable. You know what I'm saying? So if this whatever I'm doing better work, or it just better never get off the ground. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. You know what's interesting is I started kind of doing this. Obviously, I enjoy really talking to people. Like that's my thing. I like being in front of people, talking with people. But my schedule's so fucked up. I don't get a good opportunity to really do that, and in other settings. So that's kind of why I started trying this out a little bit. But it's interesting. Oh yeah, man, dude, I'm afraid too. I'm with you, dude. So when I'm doing this thing, I just started doing this. I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't until this week that I even got more than like one person at a time. Like right now, I think you're the only one in here, but it wasn't until this week that I got more than one person at a time to come in. But even just though it's like 3 people, it's fun as shit. Like if it's 3 or 4 people, and you know how like I was guessing where you were from. Like yesterday, dude, was fun as shit. There was like 4 or 5 people in here, and it was just really fun. It was really fun. So I'm starting to appreciate that aspect of it. But here's my thing. I have it set in my mind. Like I'm going to do this for a certain amount of time, like regardless, and just see where it goes. Because, sometimes shit just takes off, and you just never know. So I don't know, man. I don't know where this is going to go. But yeah, man, fucking you're welcome in here anytime. I need to put it in my, what's it called? My bio. It's on my Twitter. I don't know if you're on Twitter. But I try to stream at about 4 p.m. my time every day, which is probably about 11 p.m. your time every day. And so it's not always that at that time, but it's close. So, man, anytime you're on, dude, you want to join in. We're having a party. Oh, yeah. I see. Nice. Scaled it back. Yeah, man, it's funny. You scaled it back. I started scaling it up. I hated all social media for a long time. And then now I'm like a kid. I'm 27 years old, and so it's inappropriate for me almost. Yeah. Dude, I'm on TikTok, man. Jesus. That's a problem, right? I have a problem if I'm on TikTok. I think it's going to take off. And it's fun. I just make stupid funny shit, so. But, man, it has been a pleasure. It has been a pleasure talking to you. But it is about time for me to go. My schedule's really crazy. TikTok is so weird. So weird. But I'm starting to appreciate it. I'm getting only things. I'm only getting things on my feed that I'm starting to kind of like more. And so it's actually funny. But dude, there's some weird shit on TikTok, so I got it. But anyway, man, I got to get out of here because I got to eat a little bit of food. And then I got to go to sleep because I got to wake up and teach some Chinese English. So, hey man, thank you Matt for joining, and I hope to see you again. I should be on here tomorrow around the same time, dude. So, I hope you have a good night, man. Peace.